What's up, everybody? Welcome. As we are live for Cantina Hour today, we are going to be talking about some fun stuff such as Agatha episode 3. We are going to talk about Penguin episode 2, spoilers ahoy, as you might know. And then, of course, hey, you know what? We're going to talk about some things that might have happened this week because, man, it's been a really rough week for folks. Lauren lives down in Florida, and as you know, hurricanes are no joke. But Asheville is a place that it's very, very near and dear. So we're going to talk about maybe how to come and raise money for them. And then, of course, we're going to talk about some of our Halloween traditions, some of our favorite Halloween candy, all of that good stuff. So thanks for hanging out. I am still finishing a beer before I get my Halloween themed beer. But, I want you guys to know Cure All Pale Ale from Apothecary Ales. It's one my parents sent me. I figure Cure All is a good way to start the episode. And so this one is from Reading, Massachusetts, 5.3%. It's just a easy pale ale, and it goes Apothecary Ales and Brunt Workwear teamed up to create Cure All Pale Ale, a refreshing brew generously dry hopped with Citra, Nectarone. Oof, reading is hard. And then it's
Sure.
with New Zilla hops celebrating hard work, ingenuity, and craftsmanship. This flavorful and invigorating pale ale combines Apothecary's brewing expertise with Brunt's dedication to quality and comfort, the perfect way to end a long day on your feet. And if it's been a long day, folks, it's Wednesday, hump day. Come hang out with us. Like I said,
Okay.
subscribe, like, share, all of that good stuff on social media. And then, Lauren, I am going to go ahead and throw this on to you.
I'm taking a picture of my very pretty beer. So I am drinking. If you listen to our Nightmare on Elm Street episode, then you heard what beer I'm about to announce again. It is Affinity for the Unattainable double IPA from Sideward. Well, Sideward is one of my favorite breweries, and I do drink them a lot. I was going to grab a pumpkin beer, but I decided to grab Sideward instead because
Of
they are
course
one
you
of the
did.
breweries. Well, they're fantastic always, but they're also one of the breweries that is donating money this week. All the beers they sell this week, they're donating a portion to the victims for Helene. But I do have it in a very festive, beautiful, I did the mash glass, and it looks so
Oh,
pretty. I
I
love it.
have one of those, like the glasses you made. I haven't pulled it. You're right. I should have pulled that out.
How this has held up over the years, I'm shocked because I made this with my silhouette.
Actually, mine's held up for what, a few years now?
I'm shocked either
Something
of
like
them have
that.
held up, but it's so cute. It is adorable. I mean, look at that. It's a little Frankenstein monster hop.
I've been really obsessed with Frankenstein lately. I don't know why. Um, and if you're not watching Agatha and you're hanging out with us,
Oh,
hey,
I
do
did
us.
not watch Penguin.
Oh, that's okay. We will talk
Is
Penguin
this an
then. Talk
awkward time to
Agatha.
do that? Okay.
But if you guys want, there's my Cash App on the screen, or you can Cash App me at money sign Monster Mash 1269 or Venmo at Matthew Roth 23. The reason why I'm putting that up there is because, hey, we're raising money to basically the weekend of October 11th, 12th, 13th. We are going to be bringing supplies. Not we, one of my good friends, coworkers, is going to be driving down supplies to North Carolina, Charlotte for Operation Airdrop. And now, what Operation Airdrop is going to do is they're going to get supplies to Asheville. Well, Asheville means a lot to us because not only for the breweries, I mean, you got High Wire Brewing that had lost their main facility. Burials there, Dissolvers there, they seem to be doing okay. New Belgium, Sierra Nevada are going to be okay, but it's a lot of the smaller breweries that are really not okay right now. You're probably not going to be able to open up, which really sucks, especially for the smaller breweries. I mean, the beer industry is already really, really, really hurting as it is right now. And so if you want to, we've raised almost $500. I can gladly show proof of buying cases of water. You know, hopefully nobody at Costco's bought it all out with the port strikes. I've seen people in Las Vegas have cleared Costco out for that for some stupid reason. But non-perishables. And then I'm going to be donating a lot of clothes around the base that I work at, things like that. So it's really for a good cause. We had friends, family down there. A friend of ours, her grandma luckily got out safe, but not everybody was as fortunate, right? A lot of houses are lost and things like that. So if you want to do that, by all means, go ahead, donate. But aside from that, let's talk some.
I just sent my donation. I was supposed to do it yesterday and I didn't.
You're okay. My donation is going to be like $100 more than whatever I raise, and then just to add on to the Costco bill. So that's what I'm going to do. Plan to do. What am I going to do? Cash out myself. But nobody needs to donate. I just, I figured there's so much negativity in the world right
Well,
now.
and
And
honestly, if it's not in your budget, that's okay, but, like, pay attention to some of the areas that will be collecting donations that, donate clothes and whatnot. Because
yeah,
not to sound like Cher from Clueless, but, these people lost everything they own, some of them.
well,
It's crazy.
a lot
And
of
also, it's
churches are collecting stuff to bring down too. So, I mean,
when you gotta do like Mr. Rogers. When these things happen, look for the helpers. And, Jester King, if you're anywhere near Dripping Springs, Austin area, they're donating $1 from every pint of, their Witchmaker Hazy Rye IPA to Hurricane, Helene relief. So if you've going out and drinking this weekend, check out your local brewery, see if any of them are doing it. Like I mentioned, Sideward's doing it. And I mean, why wouldn't you go to Sideward anyways? Because they have fantastic beer.
God damn
And
it,
then they have
Lauren.
boiled peanuts.
You
Um,
we have to go
oh,
to if we don't go to Sideward while I'm there, just know I'm going to be so sad because we have to go to
we
Sideward.
Hybrid, and they're Halloween all year because they love skeletons. White
That's
Labs
true.
Brewing, they were doing like a water pickup on October 1st. So it's and I Dissolver had posted that they were out of clean water, but they were donating water, which is crazy if the breweries were out of clean water. But a lot of them, like Highland Brewing, said they're closed indefinitely. Shout out to Stacy. She shared an article giving an update on a lot of these breweries. New Belgium, which is a huge one, their facility got in not great shape as well. Some of these breweries haven't even posted yet. Highwater did post that they don't know when they're going to be able to reopen. So this was like, detrimental to a lot of people, but we're focusing on craft beer because it's what we know and
Well,
love
this
and it
takes us back to COVID, right? Remember,
yeah.
we literally got our start doing podcasting during COVID when we were drinking beer. Hey, there's just three, four of us. Let's go ahead and we were raising money as breweries came on to talk about their brewery. We were raising money for their causes, and so this kind of takes us back a little bit. But aside from that, dude, the
Well,
reason
these
why I
little things
wanted,
can wreck a small business. Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, breweries employ a lot of people. I mean, you've got the brew team, you've got maybe college kids, maybe, it doesn't have to be just college kids. It could be a whole bunch of people that are working as, employees. And, not to mention that, but it goes down to the barley, the grain, all of that stuff is gone and employs farmers and things like that. So it really is more than just, breweries. It's people. It's people from all across. And there's just so much negativity right now, especially with election season and the world and hurricane, there's so much going on out there right now that if I could just go ahead and inject some sort of change for the better out there, that's kind of how I like to live my life. I want to help at least one person. And so a couple of us at my work had the similar thought, and here we are in doing that. And, Lauren and I, again, we go way back, not to beat a dead horse, but this was like kind of our humble beginnings, so to speak. So that's why we're harping almost to be like, hey man, let's do a really good thing for some people that, they don't have anything right now. Clean water is not going to be there for about a month. There aren't roads. There aren't houses. And North Carolina is where my wife's from. North Carolina is where we maybe might end up one day forever. We love it there. Asheville is a place that we go and visit. And it's got some really close ties for my family in particular. And Lauren's been there as well. So it's important, man. Disasters. And then our friend Chris from the Geek Peak. I don't want to forget Florida because Tampa got hit pretty hard too. He was
Yeah.
on his honeymoon. The dude was on his honeymoon and came and got delayed, and come to find out his car is gone from flooding. Another friend of the show, Amanda, who we met through Chris, like she's doing fine, but like Andrew, who lives in the St. Pete area, our friend Andrew Hewitt, he lives down there. So it's just like this didn't just
Timmy's
affect
over there.
Florida. Timmy's down there, our boy Tim, Stanley Cameo. It didn't just affect Florida, but it came up that whole area of Georgia. So if we can help people out, that's what we want to do. Long-winded way to say Agatha, episode 3, Lauren. We can talk about some positive things now. What did you think about Agatha episode 3?
Poor Sharon, man, on multiple
Also,
levels.
not to
Just like,
transition badly though, real quick, I'm going to cut you off because speaking of flooding,
oh geez, yeah.
oh man,
Uh,
oh,
uh,
oh
but
you,
yeah, no, I just felt bad. They couldn't even like they kept calling her Mrs. Hart, and she's like Sharon, and like her kitty was showing like crazy in this episode. I thought it was hilarious. Like I wonder how much of that was written and how much of that was like I imagine it had to be written because it was her. because
Oh
that's
yeah.
just like she plays like
Well, she
I don't want
was
to say
like,
a
they're
less,
getting it
but
on
like
the upholstery.
I know. And well, then you remember she said, "Bury me in this kitchen." Ooh,
Didn't
that
she
might not
also
have been
say like
good.
so she made a Wanda drop too?
Yeah, she did when she was hallucinating. Oh, we got a Maynard channel hasn't even started Agatha. You know what? I'm almost jealous that you haven't started Agatha because you can binge watch it a
That's
little bit
true.
now. Because honestly, like when I get off of here, I'm probably gonna watch episode 4, and I know
I
as soon as
definitely
it
will.
ends, I'm gonna be like, "Ugh, it's over already."
I got to show these to our man Andrew over there because North Reading, God, I don't know why this is such a hard word.
Apothecary.
Yes, ales. I feel like he might have told me about this, but my parents sent me these from there. I gotta hit that up, and I am coming there to Massachusetts for Thanksgiving weekend. We've been talking about getting a beer together, man. I really hope it happens when I get there. But I am jealous. I'm with you, Lauren. I'm jealous you because you get to binge it. I'm gonna when we get off this, dude. I'm going straight to watch Agatha. Tell Carrie like sit your ass down. We're watching Agatha right now. It's like 30 minutes of our
Really, you're
lives.
gonna talk to
Let's
her
do it.
like that?
No, no, I'm not.
I was
In my
gonna say, I
head,
don't see
but when
that
I'm gonna come up,
happening.
like, hey girl, hey. So I know you had a long day. I had a long day too. Like there's new
If
Agatha.
you want to, we can watch Agatha.
If you want to watch The Circle, it's
No,
fine.
for
But like
sure.
we're both very much into Agatha. Like when do we watch this? You got to work tomorrow, girl. Like let's unwind. You know. Uh,
But I
this
mean, I'm
is
down if it's still new, I'm down to do non-spoiler thoughts too. But there was
we yeah non spoiler thoughts. This show was good. This show was
yeah,
really good. It's
it's
the fact
unique.
that it is and it's very Halloween. Very
Yeah, and we're going through
Halloween.
trials. And I
We
love that it's
are.
we have to pass the trials because it's obviously you know, mirroring the actual Salem witch trials that
Yes,
these
I'm
poor
glad
innocent
you
women
brought that
were
up.
put through.
I am very glad that you brought that up because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wow, the first one might have been drowning. Like there's fire. There's,
Right,
other,
all the ways that they would murder these poor women.
well, not for that, but also it seems to be leaning on their powers. Like the first one was about potion, right?
Yeah.
So to have potion be kind of like the first trial too, like also, man, it's so hard. I want to talk about spoilers so
I mean, you
bad.
can just give a heads up real quick.
All right, I gotta talk some spoilers, man. Spoilers for 3, 2, 1. So Sharon, Miss Hart, she dies.
Dun dun dun. Or did she?
Agreed. I don't think she's fully dead. Number one, she's gonna come back.
I
Number
don't know. Yeah, I don't think she's
two,
dead.
they didn't put her hair in the potion, and I was sitting there yelling at the TV like, "Put her hair in, put her hair in." And then I was like, they finished the potion. I was like, "You didn't give her the get her," and then they gave it to her at the last second. But I think the reason why she ended up quote unquote dying because she's definitely coming back as Mephisto. Come on, was
Jesus.
the was the fact that they didn't put her hair in it. Like that was one of the key parts of the potion was you have to put your hair in the potion for it to work, and it didn't work for her.
No, I agree. I mean, they weren't even thinking of like they kept forgetting about her. I mean, hell, they couldn't even remember her name.
That's true. Which leads me to my next bit. Agatha definitely has not gone down the road before. What are you thinking about that?
Why? Because she's surprised at what's happening?
So she's surprised about she seems very scared. So she tries not to drink the wine. So she dumps it in the bush. She sets it by the window. Obviously, it refills. And then she hides her face to be like, oh no, my face turns very big
Right. She
Botoxy,
didn't want them to
you
know she
know,
didn't take it.
exactly. But then it comes out that she didn't do it. So she has to drink it because it refilled. And so it seems
Right.
like she's very afraid and unprepared. So I don't think she's ever actually done the road before, which is a very Agatha on brand thing for her. I have a strong suspicion
Because she's
that
full of
she has.
shit. Well, it was
She definitely
interesting too
is.
with the Book of the Damned and it being in the cradle. I thought that was interesting because I feel like there are things
Yeah.
she hasn't faced. I think there's decisions she's made that she might regret that she hasn't dealt with, and seeing that if she really did sacrifice her own child, who I think is the teen, and so does Brielle, if she did this for her magic, it would explain a little bit why she was so harsh to Wanda when Wanda had these babies and, like, had everything she wanted, and I'm
Yeah.
sure there was a level of jealousy and regret that she experienced, and then she was so abusive towards Billy and Tommy too. which was,
Oh, good point.
that and killing Sparky. Like, I mean, you're a
Yeah,
straight
okay,
up
Agatha,
villain.
you
You
killed the
killed a dog.
fucking
You're a
dog.
villain.
I don't care how you treat those kids.
You don't
Fuck
really
them
come
kids.
back from that,
But
man.
but you straight up killed a dog? Dude, come on. Come on. Well, so that's interesting you say that you think her son is the teen, because he was very like, no way she killed her own or sacrificed her own son for the Darkhold.
I think he holds her in
And
high regard, and that
well,
makes
he
him,
does.
yeah.
I think that he is a mixture. So I think he might have Agatha, like maybe somehow. I think there's a comic book, is what I'm trying to say, where he's going to be Wiccan. I guarantee you he's going to be Wiccan. And I think this plays into, yes, she sacrificed her son and he is her son, but also the spirit of Billy from Wanda's children has gone into this kid in a
Which
way.
would be
Because,
Mephisto's kid. No?
yeah, which is like a roundabout way of saying I think it's both Agatha and Wanda's child in like one body. Because I'm pretty sure there's a comic book like that happens in.
But what does he
And I,
know? Like, he doesn't, like, who raised him? Where did he come
and
from?
I'm
Did he
still,
age super
he,
fast?
well, he mentions he's from Eastview and some things happened when he was 13, which is 3 years ago. And 3 years ago was WandaVision.
Oh.
So
She was
like
very protective of him too with like the drinking of the wine. She was like, "No, you're not
she
doing that."
was, which was very interesting. I found that too is very motherly, more so than like, because normally Agatha wouldn't care, but she was very invested in like, hey, no, you shouldn't do this for his well-being, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah. Trying to see, I actually wrote down. Oh, do you see when they said the poison was Alewife's revenge? I was like,
Yes.
"Hey, that's fun." And then somebody goes, "What even is an alewife?" I'm like, "Ha ha."
The train station out of Cambridge into Boston, of course. Oh,
Sure,
you were
we'll go
thinking
with that.
something else. Ah,
I
yes,
love when
no.
they
Yeah.
show up and they're like, "Please God, not a baby shower." Baby showers are the fucking
Okay, it
worst.
was, yeah,
That
baby
was
showers
hilarious.
are always, I've never really gone, you know what? No, I've never been to a baby shower, I
Good for
guess.
you. Not even your own kids?
I was deployed for Oliver, so no, I missed out on that one. And then we didn't do anything because we felt like it was
Because you had
gaudy
your
or,
kids so close together?
well, yeah, like you don't have a baby shower for your second kid if they're 3 years apart. Like that just feels
Oh, okay, I was
weird.
gonna say I did, but my kids were 9 years apart, so I had nothing anymore except a
Okay,
bassinet. So I
that
had a
makes sense.
full shower for Brielle, and then by the time I had Logan, Erica hosted one at her house because I had no boy stuff. But
Well, yeah,
even then, they're 5 years apart.
we had Oliver. I was deployed, so she had something with her family down in North Carolina. I wasn't here for that, and then yeah, we didn't do anything for Harper because we were like, dude, we don't need to. We're
Just
we're
did
not
this.
very flashy people in that regard. Like we didn't have a wedding, and then we didn't
Oh,
have
that's true,
the
yeah.
baby shower and stuff. Like
Well,
that's just not who we are.
for Logan, I made everybody well, I didn't make them, they wanted to. I made them play beer ball with baby bottles so that I could
Oh
at least be entertained. So, do you know what beer ball is?
no,
It's like similar to beer pong. So you have like you can do it in teams. It's usually 2 versus 2 on the opposite ends of a beer pong table. And you do it with cans of beer usually, and you have a ping pong ball. And when you throw it and you hit their can, your beer has
oh
to be
yeah,
on the
no,
table
we call
and
it
you
beer
chug as
hockey.
fast as you can. Yeah, we call it beer ball. And then when
Okay,
they
yeah,
grab the ball and hit the table and yell stop, you have to stop drinking. And the
I've
first
played this
team.
before. I do know
Okay.
exactly. Okay, I do know.
So
This,
we
yes.
filled baby bottles with beer,
Oh,
and
I
so I
want to
guess
go to
they
that
quickly
party.
learned they had to bite the chunk off the nipple.
Ew. First of all, like you got that rubber. Ew.
Yeah, so I was at least entertained watching everybody chase balls
Be like,
around and chugging beer
"Arr."
out of baby bottles.
Well, that's a clever idea, honestly. Like, yeah, no, I know what beer ball is. That is a really clever idea. I was gonna go to Charlie's because Charlie just actually shout out to our boy Charlie. He just had his baby last weekend.
I
Uh,
saw that on Instagram. That's
Adorable
fun.
Lillian, and already watching Star Wars. Gosh, love it. And I was invited to his baby shower because it was more of like his wife Steph was gonna do like a baby shower, and then the guys go do whatever. But of course, logistic wise, it was right after the cruise and things like that, so we just couldn't make it work. Um, Interesting. Yeah, I don't even remember what we were originally talking about, but now we're out in the baby showers. Like,
Oh, that they walked into the house and they were like, "Please God, not a baby
yes.
shower."
Yeah, no, it was very, very, creepy. Like they had they drank the poison, so they started to hallucinate. And one of the hallucinations was obviously Lady Death by I forget, I'm really bad with names. So it was the girl who is the, psychic clairvoyant. She was the one that saw like Lady Death there. And then the potions girl is the one who saw like the
I thought it was her daughter
1800.
for a minute.
No, I'm pretty sure it looked like Lady Death, which is another
She spoke a different
conversation.
language for a second.
She did, yeah. And so it was really cool to see like the different hallucinations for people. And I'm still very much not convinced that Miss Hart is dead, but
I don't think
that's
so. Sharon. Her name
Sharon.
is Sharon.
Then who's Sharon? Like, that's so cold, man.
Fucking
That's
Agatha,
so
man.
cold. That sucks. Let me grab one more beer and
Okay.
we can go into some Halloween things.
Yes. So while Matt is grabbing one more beer, I just want to thank everybody who has signed up for Hops Geek Booze for Haley. And I want to give a shout out to Stacy, Tabby, Scott, Patrick, Micah, Andrew, Megan, Riley, and Tom. Thank you so much. All of you guys will be getting your medal once you do your 3 miles or do your 3 miles. You can still sign up if you want to. The link is at the top of our link tree. You don't get a medal now, though. So you
I will give you a
show
medal.
off your fancy medal.
It
But
might
you will be
made
entered
through
into our
Canva.
drawing to win a prize. And so it was funny this weekend when I was in Maryland with Erica, they have a UCF team going and it's United for Haley, and we have more than they do. So we're winning, guys.
We're beating a
doing good work.
college.
Yep, we're beating United for Haley.
Good.
Josh is like, oh, you should go ahead and sign me up. And he actually went to UCF. I'm like, well, which team do you want to be in? And he's like,
Josh
I don't
knows.
care.
Josh knows. Did you sign him up?
No, I need to, but he doesn't care about a medal.
I mean, I care about a medal just because it's cool and fancy, but he doesn't care. So like, it's about winning at this point, right? Not really. It's really not about that. It's about coming together for a great thing, dude.
Yes,
and,
it's about winning.
It's really not, guys. I promise you, I'm not that ridiculous.
Yes, Maynard Channel said I did my first 5 today. Oh, that's more than me. I need to run a lot tomorrow. I'm already dreading it.
I did a PT test today for the Air Force, and it was, it's funny because I run all the time. Lauren sees it. Our Discord, there's a fitness channel, but for some reason, man, you put like a time limit on this shit, my anxiety goes crazy. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I get
So you
test
run pretty
anxiety.
fast.
Yes. But for Air Force, when they time you, man, like I'm running and I'm just like, I'm going to die. And so I finished my 1.5 miles and I was so dizzy and all this stuff. And it's just like, what the fuck? I run all the time. I don't know. I hate it because I get anxiety.
You do run fast. So this weekend, my friend Mike, who was asking questions about the podcast, and he's like, well, what is the Discord like? And I pulled up the Discord and I showed him, and he clicked on Geek Fitness and he saw one of yours and he goes, ooh, he runs fast.
Guys, stop it. You're going to make my ego big because I feel like I run very slow. Thank you. You know what, Mike? Come on in, man. Real quick, though, as we transition to Halloween, I want to talk to you about this costume contest. It's a peanut butter cup stout that I am drinking from Mighty Squirrel Brewing. Oh, man, Waltham, Mass. So now bundled in each can are a few of our favorite things: friendship, sports, entrepreneurship, innovation, and fun. We hope you enjoy Mighty Squirrel and have many mighty moments to celebrate. Now, Halloween is a time to let your imagination run wild and dive into a world of fun and creativity inspired by the excitement of Halloween. Costume contest is like trick-or-treating for adults. This stout is dressed up with peanut butter, chocolate, and caramel notes. Roasted malt sneaks up on the creamy, malty flavor of peanut butter cup that haunts your taste buds in the most delicious way. It's not just a beer, it's a costume party for your tongue. And
it says that it's a costume party for your tongue.
Ew, gross. Yes, it is. And shout out to Tabby because I reversed it into the Mickey Spooky Scary Halloween thing that she got me. It's a nice delicious stout. Let's taste it real quick. I can't smell anything.
Really good. Can't smell anything. You can't smell a peanut butter beer? Do you have COVID?
Oh God, it tastes like a peanut butter cup. It does. Like a malty peanut butter cup. My time though. So my time for the 1.5 miles was 13:55. Second slowest time I've ever ran in my 13 years in this career field. I used to run it in like 10 minutes. I'm old now. So 13:55 for some reason to me was like, oh.
That's 1.5 miles?
Yeah.
That's 1 mile for me, man.
Listen,
I am not fast at all.
I used to run 1.5 miles in like 10 minutes and now I'm down to 13 minutes and 55 seconds. So
I once ran a 10K in an hour and I don't know how the hell I did that. I think
That's
the 10K
impressive.
must have been all downhill. I don't
I'm
know.
telling you, next year, I think we should do the half marathon together. I'm very serious about that. I said
No, I'm down
marathon
to do
in our
that.
group chat. Erica was like, "What are you talking about? Marathon?" I was like, "No, no,
You
no,
said
no,
marathon, you didn't say
no, no, no,
half.
no, no. I don't mean marathon. I don't mean it. I really don't. I'm sorry."
Our last
Heck,
half marathon, Erica was like at mile 8, Erica's like, "We could do a full." I'm like, and she got me thinking, and I'm like, "No, I don't wanna do a full."
celebrate mighty moments. Speaking of half marathons, celebrate mighty moments. Uh, dude, I'm gonna use this moment to transition to the fact that Reese's peanut butter pumpkins are the greatest candy that Halloween has. Like, that's the greatest Halloween candy aside from full size candy bars. Oh, Lauren's got hiccups. You know what happens when I get hiccups? I throw up.
Oh my.
It's true. Once upon a time, I'm sure I've told this story many a times. 26-minute 5K. You know what? You're right. Okay, guys. I feel like it sucks, but thank you guys for pumping my tires. I really appreciate that. Once upon a time, we were Frankenstein. I'm going to find this picture for the next live we do. Oliver was Dr. Frankenstein. So we put like a little fake hair. He had like no hair because he was a baby. We put a little fake hair. We drew a little mustache with eyebrows. It was the most adorable thing ever. Carrie found like a wedding dress at Goodwill, and I got painted up green. I was Frankenstein's monster, and we threw a Halloween party at my house. Now, I was home. I got a keg. We got Sam Adams in this keg. I'm home. Play the drinking games. I don't care if I have to drink the whole night. Yeah. Dude, Matt Roth was crawling after getting the hiccups to his bathroom. And the next morning, there were green handprints across the baseboards as I threw up in the bathtub, and poor Carrie had to clean it. Not good, man. The vibes were not good. I tell you that much.
That's
All that
gross.
to say that if your house gives out full size candy bars, I hope you experience the best years of your life. You deserve everything in this world. You really do. And if you give out stupid things like apples, I hope you experience every minor
Nobody gives out
inconvenience.
apples.
People are weird. If you give out things that aren't the best candies, I hope you experience every minor inconvenience that this life has to offer you.
I buy the bags of candy that I would wanna eat.
Me too. Because I'm sitting there like I don't pass out candy. That's normally Carrie's job. I like to take the kids out because I like to go to every house. I like to see all the costumes. Like, I'm very gaudy in that I really just love taking the kids trick or treating. They're excited. They're in their costumes. I like to go up to the houses. The houses are, decorated. Everybody's out like in their costumes. Like, I like the vibes. Carrie doesn't like that. She likes to hand out candy. So I
I like
like
to hang
doing
out
that.
candy. I like sitting in the
Um,
driveway, seeing everybody's costumes and passing out candy with Nightmare Before Christmas playing on the garage.
but Carrie has to work this year. And so
Ooh, on Halloween?
she has to work Halloween, Thanksgiving, and New Year's this year.
Oh, that sucks. At least she has Christmas
Uh,
off.
she does, thankfully for
Bummer.
that. But I got to figure out, like, maybe Oliver can go with his friends, but I have to take Harper, and then I have to leave the bowl of candy out. But I don't know. I have to figure the logistics out.
You
But
can yell at kids on the ring.
that's true. My favorite, obviously, is Reese's pumpkins. For candy, what are your go-tos?
It's Reese's Pumpkins. But you gotta leave them in the
Shut
freezer
it down,
until
folks.
wait, no, I said Reese's Pumpkins.
I know. I'm saying you get it. Like, shut it down, folks.
Oh.
We know this. Like, you got it. You get it.
The problem here in Florida, though, is they get squishy, so you gotta put them in the freezer and let them reshape, and so by the time you open them, they are gonna be it's
They're
like
not pumpkins anymore.
yeah, it's like Van Gogh Reese's
It's the
Pumpkins.
slutty pumpkin.
I mean, they're
First of all,
barely
Tom said
pumpkins to
leave the
begin
kids with
with.
him. I'm gonna leave my kids with Tom. That's what I'm gonna do this year. Second of all, you're right though. Like, they do get melted in Florida because it's still ungodly hot. Ew,
Especially if
just
you
so
do, like, a
gross.
trunk or treat during the day, it's literally liquid in the bag. It is like, we did the trunk or treat at my comic book shop one year, we decorated the back of the truck, all Nightmare and everything, and, like, I bought chocolate, I don't know what I was thinking, and it was
Chocolate.
literally I mean, it was soft, it was 100% liquid inside of it, but you throw them in the freezer, they freeze right up, I'm sure there's no BPA in those wrappers, it's fine.
Also, like, who cares? Because honestly, I don't
Cancer
care.
cares.
No, wait, cancer?
Cancer cares about BPA.
Oh. I thought you were. So I was gonna say, like, who cares what the chocolate looks like because like, it's gonna get eaten anyways. Tom Tom likes the fun size Hershey bars. Okay. All right.
I like those too. It's the
Hard candy
perfect
that
amount of
and he
just little
likes
sweet.
hard candy that turns into gum. That's interesting too.
Oh,
Uh
dentists love those kind of candies too.
what is your least favorite candy?
Tootsie Rolls. Fuck that shit.
Really? You don't like Tootsie Rolls?
No, but I found out yesterday that my stepdad loves them, so I'm like, "Guess what you're getting for Christmas? All the Tootsie Rolls the kids get on Halloween."
Why what's wrong with I'm not a Tootsie
I just
Roll
don't like them.
fan.
I
I
don't
don't
think they're
care.
good, they're sticky, I don't know.
Hot,
Trying to
sticky,
think.
sweet. Okay, underrated candy I got right here is Dots. I like Dots.
Really?
I do.
Underrated.
I do. I do like Dots. I feel like they don't get the deserving discussion enough. But I don't like things that are like junior mints, like mint candy, like the mint patties.
Are
My
there
least
kids that
favorite.
like mint? That was it's like, why do you even put peanuts in anything in these trick or treat bags? Like, what kid is like, "Ooh, yay, I got peanut M&Ms." I have yet to meet a kid who wanted peanut M&Ms over regular.
Really? I love peanut M&Ms. Carrie's favorite are
I
peanut M&Ms. We're
I
not kids,
personally
but
love peanuts, pistachios, walnuts, all sorts of nuts. Ha ha
you
ha,
like
insert joke here. That's what she said. But I don't believe that any of them belong in desserts unless
what?
it's like the, like candied nuts.
Okay, first of all,
That's
Tom, you got to go back to work, my friend. Candy corn is not the goat. No.
I love
Mm,
candy corn. I eat 2
Oh,
when I feel like I'm gonna puke. I don't
well,
buy candy corn anymore because it's
it's like
got
gummies for me, like gummy bears. I can eat like 3 and then I'm like, "Oh god, I'm going to die."
here's the thing, is like I threw away probably 70% of the Halloween candy last
We
year.
always do. We always do. And even though I'm like, "Get your pillowcase. You're getting so much fucking candy this year." And then cuz that's what I did as a kid, but dude, I'm throwing so much of it away.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even buy anything that has high fructose corn syrup in it, except for the candy I hand out. Like, I don't buy any of this shit, and then it's just like a fucking free for all for a couple nights,
Oh,
and then I make it all vanish.
but you're a candy corn fan, huh? Carrie once upon a time found this recipe on TikTok. This is the dangerous side of the internet, my friend.
Oh, this was not that long ago, right? Because I feel like I
You
remember
remember
you
this?
making this. Yes.
Oh, she saw a video where they put candy corn on a pizza. And so she said, "We got to
Yes,
do
I do
that."
remember
And I
this.
was like, this is not going to be a good idea. And it was not. It was the most disgusting thing on planet Earth. She put candy corn, cooked the pizza. It was disgusting. Okay, this one real quick. We donate candy to the troops. I will tell you right now,
We did that
that's
one year,
no, you should be dead ass. There's two
but you
things that
can't
we
be
love.
chocolate.
Yeah, you can.
You can mail the chocolate? I thought it would melt.
No, it gets
Oh,
listen.
okay. We
All
did
right,
it one
here's
year,
the
but it was just like lollipops and stuff. Okay.
I've been deployed a little bit. So, here's the best thing. We love getting two things in the mail during the holidays. Number 1,
Corn and candy.
no, you can't mail that. But come on,
You can't
internet.
mail corn?
VPN now, like we used to bring terabytes worth of never mind. And now it's all like VPNs, you're good. Okay. You mail candy, dude, we love to snack, especially as flight line workers. Like we're snacking constantly because we're like out there, it's hot, we're sweaty, we're on the go. So we don't really get to eat. So we're snacking. And then we also love hitting up like Buffalo Wild Wings, who send a bunch of sauces, Black Rifle Coffee, send a bunch of coffee. But the second thing we love is when those kids at the schools make Christmas cards for the troops. And
Aw.
okay, it's funny because they literally write the funniest things on earth. I'm sorry that your family, like you're away from your family and you're probably going to die. Stuff like that. It's
Oh my
it's the most
god.
hilarious
They don't
shit ever.
screen them before
They
they mail them?
no, they draw pictures of like shooting people. It's the best thing ever.
Oh my god.
It's it's truly amazing. Uh, just the fact that like they just mailed the most off the wall stuff on there. It's truly incredible. So if you could do two things for the troops this holiday season, mail some candy, uh probably also mail baby powder. That's another big thing, but that's neither here nor there. And then also like cards. Schools, keep sending the cards, please. It gets us through because it gives us a reason to laugh because we're away from our families during the holidays, so you're just miserable. But when you see a kid that's like, "I'm sorry you're fighting a war and you're gonna die. I hope your family is okay." And you're just like, "Fuck, dude, like this is the best thing ever." Like, oh my yeah, see, Tom knows like they're the best thing ever. It's I gonna have to try to dig up pictures because I think I might have some for some of my deployments. The
That's
best,
hilarious.
the best. I almost wish I was deploying this holiday season so I can now show you guys like just the best. But thank
Oh
God
my
I'm not.
god.
So
Right.
uh,
Was there do I just Google where to send candy? Because I should do this year. The thing is I hide it and I forget about
my
it and
troops
then
are
I don't throw
deployed.
it
I
away
can
for
give you
months.
address. I can give you their address if you want. If anybody wants to send them to my troops, I have a bunch of troops that are just deployed. Like my rotation that I was supposed to be on left 2 weeks ago, and then there's a couple other people that are leaving soon. So I can give personal. I can give you guys any. I can DM addresses to send for candy and stuff like that. If anybody wants to donate stuff to them, I will personally give you the address and you can send it to them because I can tell you right now they'll appreciate it a lot. Or you
Nice.
could, like Tom said, contact your local American Legion. They have a program. Usually churches are another one that have kind of contact with the base if they're near a base. Um, Anything like that. But seriously, DM me. I will tell you where to send stuff because I've got a bunch of my troops that are going to be gone for the holidays that
I
would
said
love some stuff.
I remember specifically there was one year somebody was collecting candy for the troops and they specifically said no chocolate.
No, you can send chocolate. You're not supposed to like VFWs. Yeah, that's another good one. There's certain things you're not like allowed to send. Like they say, because in case it gets screened. But no chocolate. They say it can melt. It doesn't. It's good.
I mean, I'm not going to send weed gummies.
Ah, God, how fun would that be though?
And not tell them. I'll like carefully. I'm gonna. These are jokes. I don't even want to continue. Like always watching.
Yeah,
So what
yeah.
about the pumpkins? The little pumpkins that are like candy corns.
Wait, candy corn pumpkin? No, I don't like any of that shit.
So I think I told you the story of like I used to decorate with candy corn. Like I would save the candy corn from the year before and in like an airtight thing, like I didn't get ants or anything. And then I would put it like around a candle as like decor. And my sister-in-law at the time walked in and she took a piece of candy corn and she's like, "Ooh." And I'm like, "Did you just eat that candy corn?" And she's like, "Yeah, it was good." I'm like, "That was 2 years old." And she's like, "Oh."
Ew.
And then I had a candy corn dish with fresh candy corn. And I'm like, "This one's from this year." And she goes, "Oh, that's way better." And that was the year I stopped decorating with candy corn.
It's
Well, I used to
just
put it,
like
like, in a vase and stuff, it would look cool.
it makes me sick. I think the reason why I don't like it is because obviously it makes me sick. M&Ms were
Can't
World War
eat
II
more than
rations. That
one, and
is
it's, like,
right.
nauseous.
That's
M&Ms were
some
World War II rations?
yeah. Okay, so another fun fact leading into troops in World War II is we fight each other over the MREs that have like Skittles and stuff in them
There's MREs
because
with Skittles? The ones Josh bought do not have Skittles.
they're not all of them do. It's hit or miss. You don't know which ones do. It's like a fun little surprise. Is this chili
Oh,
mac going to have Skittles in it or is it going to have some god awful dessert? I don't know. But
only time will tell.
when they do have the Skittles in them or M&Ms or whatever it is, you're like, "Oh, yes, exciting." It's great. It's awesome.
Do you know why the blonde got fired from the M&M factory?
Why?
She was throwing away all the W's and 3's.
Oh no, it's I put it up for W for Wombo.
The joke from the 90s, back when blonde jokes were a
Ah,
thing.
were a thing. They were a
My mom
thing.
had a whole book of blonde jokes.
Mm. Speaking of blonde jokes, this has nothing to do with blonde jokes, but what are some Halloween traditions that you have? I've talked about some of mine. I love taking my kids out. You like sitting in the driveway. Uh, what are some things that you like to do for Halloween?
I genuinely love that. To me, sitting in the driveway, drinking beer, passing out candy is like my reward for like I decorated the house. I got all the costumes together. I made sure the kids got a healthy dinner before they went trick or treating. I carved the
Healthy
pumpkin
dinner
by
on
myself.
Halloween, you Satanist.
Well, I do like homemade pizzas and
Don't
I
even feed them dinner.
sneak
Just
some
send them out there to
organic
get
spinach
candy.
in there. But
Organic
it's
spinach
my
on the
reward for
pizza, you
all the
little
effort I put
monster.
in. And then I sit on the driveway. But this year we're actually going to Erica, so we're not doing that. We always do pumpkin patch pictures for sure.
Mm.
Living in Florida, it's not every year, but we love doing the theme park stuff. Like they all do, SeaWorld's is kind of lame. It's very little kitty, but you got Horror Nights, you got Not So Scary.
Hollow Scream is kind of lame at Busch Garden. It's the lines are just too long, and now they have to implement like curfews for younger kids because there's too many fightings at Busch Gardens and stabbings at a certain night, like dead ass. So I don't want to go. I don't.
Oh. Well, they started a Hallow Scream here at SeaWorld last year or the year before. Megan's actually
Mhm.
working it. And
Love me
Jessica's
too.
gone, and I guess it's still like low key and somewhat cheap. That I've only actually heard good things about it.
Hmm.
But that's one of the things we try to do. Oktoberfest, I feel like, is very much so weaved into Halloween festivities as well. So like one of our favorite things
Yeah.
to do is like the second weekend of October, Avalon always puts on this big outdoor Oktoberfest with live music. It's very family friendly. They block off the whole street. There's vendors and they what they did. So maybe like Brielle was probably a baby. So like 10 years ago, I got a plastic boot and it has like a necklace. And Josh yelled at me for paying extra for the boot. So every year we go back and I save money on the beer because they refill my boot. I make sure to tell him I saved money refilling my boot. So that's a fun Halloween
Das
tradition.
Boot.
Yeah. I will shank someone for chili mac. Ooh, there's a really good vegan chili mac at Epcot right now. I don't
Gross.
eat real meat, but it's like so freaking good, and it's got like the like Frito things on top. It's so good.
Ooh, interesting. Frito Mac. Oh,
What
that
do
makes
we?
like Fritos. I don't know. Uh,
It's movies with apple cider and festive
we
beer. Ooh,
uh
pumpkin beer tastings on the island are always fun. We paddleboard to an island and we listen to spooky music and we drink pumpkin beers. Jessica, Eric, and I will do that
what the
sometimes.
fuck? I want to go.
And we wear our Halloween bathing suits. We could
I
do
don't
that
have
that Saturday.
I don't have a Halloween bathing suit.
I
Oh
do. I have
god.
a Jack
You're gonna
Skellington
make
bathing
me go to
suit.
Roosevelt's, aren't you? Do they have a Halloween bathing suit? We'll see. That sounds
Probably. Hot
awesome.
Topic does.
Damn, okay, that sounds awesome.
It is
Yeah.
awesome.
I hope I get to see Jess this time when I go. We
Oh
don't.
yeah.
She's gonna be there, I think, somewhere.
She's not a Disney pass holder right now. I don't know if she's coming to Drinks
She's
Around the
not.
World, but I will
She's not.
follow up with
That
her.
much I do know. She's not. She said she was going to be somewhere, and I was like, Jess, why do you always leave when I'm there? And she's like, No, I'm going to be in Orlando, just not there. Anyways, I don't really have many traditions aside from taking the kids out. Hollow Scream, okay, sure. Pumpkin Patch is a big one. Micah sent me a bunch of pumpkin patches up in the Shenandoah Valley that I'm
We don't
hoping to
have
get
real
to.
ones.
That's yeah. Well, I got to go like an hour and a half away, which is fine because that's where I got the apples from to the mountains, which I'm cool with. But I guess I'm spoiled in New England. We have legit pumpkin patches and we grew pumpkins this year, not orange pumpkins, but like the white pumpkins. Carrie's obsessed with white pumpkins. So we did grow white pumpkins.
So the Jack
Uh,
Skellington pumpkins.
but I always hated like in Florida, how they don't have real pumpkin patches. It just is like, the scene in Elf where he's like, you smell like beef and cheese. That's how I feel about it, those pumpkin patches. I roll up there, I drive past them, just like, sit on a throne of lies. You're not a real pumpkin
Yeah.
patch.
When we were in Rhode Island 8 years ago for my cousin's wedding, and the leaves were changing. It was middle of October, and my aunt's like, "Oh, well, we can go to this one pumpkin patch, but it's not super great." And we're there, and she's like apologizing, and I'm like, "There's actual pumpkins on vines!" Like my kids were losing their minds. But because for a pumpkin patch in Florida, it's literally just pumpkins nicely set up places. But you get a lot of festivals in Florida, so I would say that is at least we go to at least one festival. One year they did one at the Hop Yard, which they had little pumpkins set up to take pictures. But they have like ones where there's like a bouncy house and beer and live music, and like they'll have their equivalent of trying to make a cornfield kind of thing. So yeah, I'd say that's a tradition. And then we buy one overpriced pumpkin, and I buy the rest of my gourds at Target.
Tom says going out the weekend before and do karaoke. Interesting.
Oh, that's
Speaking
fun.
of which, our Halloween playlists.
Karaoke.
Halloween playlist. Now, like Thriller's got to be up there.
Oh, 100%. Thriller's on my Halloween
I didn't see it
playlist.
on. Oh,
Tom,
I
what do
didn't see
you
it on your
sing to?
list.
I want to know what you sing
Yeah,
to at
Tom, what do
karaoke.
you sing to? Lauren, what's on your Halloween playlist?
So about every version of every Nightmare Before Christmas song. I got Monster Mash, Thriller, multiple versions of Grim Grinning Ghosts Come Out to Socialize. I have The Road from Agatha. I added that, the Ballad of the Witches. That's on there. And then there's some we just have like
That's like a stellar
spooky
song now.
sounds. We have Beetlejuice. We have Halloween. A lot of soundtracks to movies. So it's not, it's music we'll like play in the background at home when we're doing stuff in October. And sometimes I just throw on The Nightmare Before Christmas because it's a musical, so it just plays great music.
That's true. It is. This is Halloween. Yeah.
But yeah, what Ballad of the Witches came on today for the first time in the car, and Brielle and I were like, oh, and then Brielle's like, "This is such a good song.
It's a banger. Like Disney and Marvel are really good at getting like their themes Like
Oh,
their
we have
songs are.
Agatha all the way on there
Ooh.
too.
It's such a good song as I throw my stuff around. Uh that I will agree with. I don't really have any other, I guess like Do the Monster Mash is a big one because the kids love that one. And Thriller obviously is a good one. My kids love Rob Zombie, so Rob Zombie makes the playlist for
Oh, that's
whatever
fun.
reason.
I do have like Don't Fear the Reaper on there.
Right, like the traditional ones. I don't have any
I think
like
I put
off the
Carry
wall
On
ones.
just because it's
Well, it's
supernatural.
supernatural, man. Like you kind of got to, right?
Let me see what all. Yeah, Time Warp, I got that. Spooky,
Oh
scary
yeah.
skeletons.
Spooky, scary, spooky, scary,
I put a
spooky, scary
spell on you.
skeletons.
Adam's Family, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Heffalumps and Woozles. Oh, I've also added all the villain songs. So we have Be Prepared,
Be
Ursula
prepared.
singing. So Friends on the Other Side, Once Upon a Dream from Maleficent, yo ho, a pirate's life for me. And again, The Exorcist, Feed My Frankenstein from Alice Cooper. That's a great one. Scooby Dooby Doo, Casper the Friendly Ghost, The Munster Sting, Purple People Eater.
Oh, that's a good one.
So
Tom says
Twilight
you're gonna
Zone.
find out at New York City Comic Con what his go-to songs are. I'm a little jealous now.
So Tom had mentioned doing karaoke, and that was one of the times where we were told, "All right, keep it to what you guys need to focus on this and not karaoke." And I was like, "Okay." So we stopped talking about it. But then when I was looking at the New York Comic Con stuff, I didn't know they hosted a karaoke. I didn't know that was part of the con.
Oh,
I just
that's gonna be
assumed
fun.
we were just going to go find a random bar and sing Hotel California.
Welcome, come on down to
I have
Hotel
some Oingo Boingo songs
California.
on here too, because Weird Science.
Oh man.
Deo. I also have I Miss You by Blink on my list because they mentioned Jack and
Mm.
Sally. Werewolves of London and Oh Death. Did you remember that when Death first showed up in Supernatural? Oh Death.
No, come on now. Let's not get too crazy. I don't remember that.
Okay. All right, so that's on there. I got a great Halloween playlist.
All right. Well, Lauren's gonna share her Spotify Halloween playlist. We can collaborate, everybody. We can do jams now. Go ahead and do that. As we wrap up, though, I just do want to remind everybody, if you would like to donate to a good cause, we've raised now about $600 for the Asheville Fund. There, Matthew/Roth/23 is my Venmo. Cash App. The money sign Monster Mash 1269 is my Cash App. Go ahead. I will go to Costco or whatever has supplies. We're going to load up on supplies. We're bringing in donations across my base that I'm at, and we're going to hopefully bring some positivity to the world. And then let us know like what's on your Halloween playlist. Maybe we can make a
Yeah,
big
maybe I can
Halloween
add
playlist
more
for
to
everybody.
mine.
And then shout out to everybody, including Tom, who not only donated to this, he also joined our run. So October 14th, we are going to be getting together at 8 p.m. Eastern with our Patreons and everybody who joined the Hops Geek and Booze for Haley. And we're going to watch Deadpool and Wolverine together. We're going to hang out, have a good time. And that's what we're going to be doing. Come along. If you join our Patreon, if you want to just buy us a beer, paypal.com/hopsgeeknews for no commitment. If you just want to be like, hey guys, great, you're doing great things. That's a no commitment way to do that. Every week we talk really fun stuff, comic books, movies, TV shows. Next week's episode is going to be a bit of what we talked about tonight, actually, except for you're going to get a whole bunch more. So we talk about our favorite horror comic books, spooky movies, lighthearted, very slasher type TV show episodes, things of all that nature. That's what we're going to be talking about. And that will come out Monday. There's a new episode every single Monday. That's what we kind of got going on right now. Lauren, do you have anything to add before we wrap up?
I did drop my Spotify Halloween playlist. I got a great Christmas one too, and a great Supernatural one.
Nice.
Outside of that, none of it's probably great.
Mine's just emo music, so I'm going to piggyback off of her stuff because you're just going to get a bunch
But
of.
yeah,
Like,
I love getting to add new stuff to the holiday playlist to kind of mix it up, especially like Christmas is like, I love the classics, and then
yeah,
I have random ones like I want a hippopotamus or
it's
Keep
the
Christ
best
in
time.
Christmas
Dude, this is
from
the best
Bot.
fucking time of year.
It is. Mariah
Like
Carey's getting
we go
the
from
as we speak.
we go to October. we like it's just fucking amazing. I can't say enough. I can't say enough about how great this time of year is. It makes me happy. We got October, we got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas. Like, dude, it's the best time of year. Get festive with us. Get festive. It's the best time of year. I said it. New York City Comic Con's coming up in a couple of weeks. Lauren's going to be there, and I won't be there because reasons. But Lauren will be there. The Nerd Initiative crew will be there. Find our weekly comic book reviews, movie reviews, TV show reviews, all that good stuff. Nerdinitiative.com is where you can find that. And I have nothing else. So let's go ahead and sign off. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.